as I was preparing for tonight,
今天晚上我在准备的时候，
actually I had another topic I was going to speak on, and the Lord just kind of changed me this afternoon.
那本来我要跟各位分享一个主题，但是主好像在今天下午就把我转向另外一个方向。
I feel He wants to speak to you tonight.
我觉得今天晚上他想要对你们说，
And He wants to speak to you what it is to be after the heart of God.
他要对你们说，就是追求合神心意到底是什么样子。
Just like Jamin shared just a little bit ago about obedience.
就好像刚刚 James 所分享的关于顺服，
God is looking at our heart,
神是看我们内心的神，
and He's looking for those who will be saying, yes, I will obey.
那他正在寻找那些愿意说 yes 我愿意顺服的那些人。
And the Lord took me to a story in the Bible and a man named David.
神呢就把我引导到圣经里面的一个故事，讲到一个叫做大卫的这个人物。
And when we find David in a very odd place.
我们在这个故事里面，我们发现大卫呢，他是在一个非常奇怪的一个地方。
The kingdom of Israel was wanting a king. And they had rejected Jesus as their king. They wanted a physical king.
就是呢，那个时候以色列呢，他们拒绝了他们的神，他们想要一个真正的王。
They said, we want to be like all the other nations and we want a king.
他们不想要神来当他们的王，他们就说：“我想要跟其他的国家一样，我们要一个人来当我们的王。”
God says, I'm your king.
但是神说：“我就是你的王啊。”
And they said, yeah, but we want a physical king.
但是说：“好，我知道你是王，但是我们想要一个可以我们看得见的王。”
And God said, if this happens, bad things will happen. Your sons and daughters will be taken away from you.
然后神呢就跟他们预告说：“如果你们真的要一个王，在你们当中的话，有一些不好的事情会发生，譬如说，有一些你们的儿女就会被这个王带走。”
And they said, oh, it's okay. We want a king.
他们说：“没有关系，我要王。”
So God gave them a king.
所以神就给以色列人一个
And his name was
王
Saul.，
他的名字叫扫罗。
And God anointed him through Samuel to become king over Israel.
神透过撒母耳这个先知呢，恩膏他成为以色列的王。
But Saul had a problem.
扫罗有个问题，
His problem was pride.
他的问题叫做骄傲。
He loved God
他
at the
很爱
beginning,
神，刚开始，
but his pride came in, and the love of God started to diminish.
但是当他的骄傲开始征服他的心的时候，他爱神的心就慢慢的削弱。
And Saul started listening to the people
扫罗那时候就开始听信周遭的这些人，
and listening to wrong counsel.
甚至开始接受错误的这些
And
辅导，
pride came up.
然后他的骄傲就浮起来了。
He didn't have the fear of God.
他那时候一点都没有
His
敬畏
heart
神的
was
心，
not obedient to God.
他的问题就是他不顺服
And
神，
he started doing things he should not be doing.
他开始做一些他不应该做的事。
God had told him that only the priests were supposed to make sacrifices.
譬如说，神跟他说，只有祭司才能献祭，
He started making his own
但是他
sacrifices.
自己开始上去献祭。
God had told him to go to battle and destroy everything.
神告诉这个扫罗王说，你要进去到战争里面，要消灭所有的东西。
He decided to save some of the best for himself.
但是他决定把一些最好的留给他
And
自
when
己。
Samuel confronted him,
当撒母耳对他指出他的问题的时候，
he goes, oh, the people made me do it.
他就说：“哦，是那些人叫我做的。”
God then rejected Saul. And he said to Saul, burnt offerings and sacrifices are not God's great delight.
神就拒绝了扫罗，因为神就对扫罗说：“这些燔祭献祭不是我看重的。”
As in obeying the voice of the Lord, behold, to obey is better than to sacrifice.
顺服聆听的心才是我看重的，顺服难道不比燔祭
For
好吗？
rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is iniquity and adultery.
因为悖逆与行邪术的罪相同，
Because you have rejected the word of the Lord, he has also rejected you
因
as
为你
king.
弃绝了耶和华的话，耶和华也弃绝了你做王。
Samuel spoke this to Saul.
撒母耳把这句话向着扫罗说，
And God sent Samuel to a town called Bethlehem,
然后呢，神就派撒母耳去到一个城镇叫做伯利恒的
to
城
the
镇，
house of Jesse.
去到叫耶西的这个人的家
And he said, I want you to go anoint the new king.
然后他就说，神就对撒母耳说，我要你去恩膏一个新的王。
So he arrives at Jesse's house.
所以他就去到耶西的家。
And as he's there, he says, Jesse, bring me your sons.
所以呢，他就对耶西说，你把你的儿子都带来。
And so Jesse presents his sons before Samuel.
所以耶西就把他所有的儿子都陈列在这个先知面前。
And the first one comes before Samuel.
第一个呢，就来到撒母耳面前。
And Samuel goes, surely the Lord has anointed this one.
然后撒母耳就说，神应该就是要恩膏他，
He was handsome, strong.
因为他又高又壮又帅。
And God says, nope.
但是神说不是。
Then he brings another one.
No,
This must be it.
又带第二个，一定是这个了。
And they're filing through.
然后他们就一个一个接
God
着，
says, no,
神都一直说
No.
不是，不是，
no.
不是。
And then he says something to Samuel.
最后他就对撒母耳
I
说
want you to write this down. 1 Samuel 16.
我要你把这个经节抄下来。撒母耳记上16章第6节。
In verse 7 it says, But the Lord said to Samuel, look at his appearance and as his physical stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord does not see as men sees. For men looks on the outward appearance, but God looks at the heart.
撒母耳记上16章第7节这边说，不要看他外貌和他高大的身材，因为我不拣选他。耶和华看人不像人看人，人看的是外表，耶和华是看内心。
God doesn't look on how beautiful you are,
所以神不是在看说，你的外表多
or
美
how
丽，
strong you
还
are,
是你有多强壮，
or all the education.
还是你有多高的学位。
God looks at the heart.
神是看内心的。
And he says, I'm looking for the heart of those who will go after me.
他说，我正在寻找那些内心会追寻我的人，
Those who will be obedient.
愿意顺服我的人，
Those who will follow me.
愿意跟随我的
No
人，
matter what it looks like,
不论外面是
no
什么
matter
样，
how hard it
不论
is,
有多么的困难，
I'm looking at the heart.
我是看内心的神。
God sees you. He sees you and he knows. The words he said is, I see and I know.
神看见了你，而且他也认识你。
Whether man sees or man knows, God sees and he knows.
所以圣经上有记着说，神既看见，他也认识。所以不论人知不知道，神看见了，他也认
I
识。
want you to look up here.
我要你看我，
God sees
神看见了，
and he knows.
而且他也认识。
He sees
他看见，
and he knows.
他认识，也知道。
Your heart,
他知道你的
the
心，
obedience in your heart.
他知道你内心的顺服。
He sees and he knows.
他看见，他也知
And
道，
he's moved by your heart.
而他也因着你的
He's
心而
moved
感
by
动。
your obedience.
他因着你的顺服而感动。
He's moved by the yes, Jesus, yes.
当
in
你
your
说
heart.
yes，耶稣，我愿意的时候，他的内心就感动。
So all Jesse's sons come before Samuel, and
所以-
God says no.
所以耶西所有的儿子都经过这个撒母耳，然后神都全部都说不是。
So Samuel the prophet, he looks at Jesse and says, are there any more?
然后所以呢，这个撒母耳就站在那边说，你还有儿子吗？
Jesse goes, oh, yeah,
然后耶西就
the youngest.
对对
Totally
对
forgot about David.
完全忘记有一个最年轻的、最小的。
Let me ask you, how would you like it if your parents totally forgot about you?
如果你被你的父母就完全忘记你的内心感受是什
That
么，
would just not be very fun,
应
huh?
该是一点都不好玩吧？
Oh, yeah, Joy. Oh, I totally forgot.
对 ，Joy，我完全忘记了。
She's out watching my sheep.
他在外面雇养，
God saw David watching the sheep.
但是神看见大卫在雇养，
God sends for David.
所以呢，神就
And
要
David is
叫 David。
presented before Samuel.
所以大卫呢就来到撒母耳面前，
God says, that's the one.
然后神就说就是他，
The one Jesse forgot.
就是那个耶西
The
忘记
one
的那
sitting
个，
out there watching
就
his
是
sheep.
坐在外面雇养的
The
那个
youngest.
最小的。
We have God in God's kingdom. It's an upside down kingdom.
神的国度呢，其实是跟人来说是颠倒的。
He makes the difficult things simple,
他把很复杂的东西呢，他把它看成是
and the
很简单
simple
的，
things difficult.
但是很难、很简单的东西，他却
The
把它当
first
成很
is
难。
last.
最后的要
and
最
the
先，
last is
但是
first.
最先要成为最
In
后。
Micah 6:8, he says, "What does the Lord require of you?
在弥迦书6章8节的时候，神所要的是什么？
That you be the strongest one,
是要当最
That you
强
be
壮
the
的
prettiest
吗？
one.
是要当最美
that
丽
you
的
be
吗？
the most intelligent
是
one."
当最聪明的吗？
He goes, "No.
他说不是，
This is what the Lord requires of
神
you.
要的是什么？
To do justly,
要有公义，
to love mercy,
要怜悯的爱，
and walk humbly before your God."
然后谦卑的跟随神，
Obedience.
顺服。
So Samuel anoints David as king.
所以呢，撒母耳就高大卫为王。
Now, how would you feel if somebody comes and says, "You are going to be the next whatever, prime minister? What do you have? What's your government? King? I don't know what Taiwan is. President. Okay, good. That's
所以
like
如果
America.
如果有一个人呢，突然来到你面前，然后他就对你说，你就要成为下一届的总统，
You're going to be the next president of Taiwan.
台湾的总统下一届就靠你了。
Oh my
你的感受
goodness.
是什么？
I better get ready.
哦，我要准
I
备
better
好，
prepare.
哦，我要预备好，
I need to go and make sure I know all the laws.
我要确定，我要赶快
I need
去
to
翻
go
律
and
法书，
study.
我要去认真读书，
I need to think about this.
我要想这个。
When we meet David again,
但是当我们在圣经里面看到大卫的时
after
候，
he was anointed,
他被高为王的时候，
guess where we find David?
他被高之后，他去做什么？
Anybody know?
你还知道吗？
He was with the sheep.
他又回去看羊，
Because once Samuel had anointed David,
因为撒母耳高他。
the Spirit of God lifted off of King Saul.
当神这么做，当撒母耳这么做的时候，神的灵就
And
离
he
开了
had
扫
a
罗王。
distressing spirit sent on him.
那时候就有灵去搅扰扫罗。
Now, I don't know what a distressing spirit looks
我
like,
不知道搅扰人的灵是长
but
什么样
whatever
子，
it wasn't very
但是
pleasant.
不论怎么样呢，搅扰人的灵应该是很难过的。
King Saul was not nice.
扫罗那时候变得非常的，
It would be like maybe a really bad headache and a really angry
那
person.
时候他可能很不舒服，就是他可能随时都在生气，随时都有偏头
And he
痛。
was not fun to be around.
然后那时候你要在他的周
And the
围呢，你要
servants
小
were
心
like,
的。
"Oh my goodness, we've got to find something to make this better."
所以呢，这个他周围的这些仆人就有点受不了，他说：“我们要想办法解决这个问题。”
And one of the servants said, "Hey, there's this kid, teenager, young person, and he plays a harp."
然后呢，有一个仆人呢就说：“哎，有一个年轻人小伙子，他会弹琴。
And I think he's pretty good.
我听说他弹得很棒。
They go, "Send for him quickly." ”
然后他就说：“快，把他叫来。”
So they send for David.
所以他们就把
And
大
it
卫
says
找
he
来。
was with his father's sheep.
然后他找到大卫的时候，他又在看羊。
So they brought David in and David started playing.
所以呢，他把大卫带到
And
宫中，
worshiping.
开始弹琴敬拜。
And as he worshiped, that spirit would lift off of Saul.
当他在敬拜的时候，这个搅扰扫罗的灵就离开了。
So now here was his entry into the palace.
所以你看，这是他进入到王宫
Remember,
中
he
的
had been
方
anointed
式。
as king.
你还记得他已经被高为王了哦，
Here was his entry.
但是他的进去的方式居然是这样。
But the next time we hear about David, guess where we find David?
下一次我们找到大卫的时候，是在哪一个故事里面？
No. Where do we find David?
不是格利亚。
We find him again with his father's sheep.
你们再去找，
The Word of God says he would go and he would go out with his father's sheep
回去找他们。
and take care of his father's
圣
sheep.
经上要告诉我们，大卫还是在顾羊，还是在看他爸爸的羊群。
I don't know if you know much about sheep,
所以我不知道你知不知道看羊这
but
件事
sheep
情。
are not very smart animals.
羊呢，其实一点都不聪明，
They're kind of dumb.
他们有点笨。
They don't take a lot to take care of them.
老实说，他们照顾他，
They just wander around,
照顾他不会很快，
And
但是他们就到处走，然后吃
and
东
you
西。
have to pull them back when they get out of hand.
然后如果他们掉到洞里面，你要把它拉出来。
They're just kind of there.
他们就是在那里一只动物。
What was it about the sheep that attracted David?
那到底是为什么大卫那么喜欢看羊啊？
Why would we keep on finding David back with those sheep?
为什么我们一直看在圣经里面找到大卫，又一直回去顾羊？
I'm going to tell you.
那我告诉你，
There was a war. The Philistines were coming up against the armies of the Lord.
在那个时候呢，非利士人有军队要来对抗这个以色列人军队。
And all of David's older brothers had gone to war.
那所以所有大卫的哥哥都去打仗了。
And Jesse's dad was like, the kids have been gone for like 40 days. Why don't you take them some food and see what's going on?
所以呢，爸爸耶西呢就说：“哎，你的哥哥都已经去打仗40几天了，所以你要好不好？你就带着一些食物去看看他们好不好？”
And we find this over in 1 Samuel 17,
我们在第17章看到大
verse
卫
20.
20节，
And we see David saying, okay, Dad, I'll take some food to my brothers.
然后我们看见了大卫说：“好，爸爸，我愿意，我要带一些我可以带一些食物去。”
So David arose early in the morning and left the sheep with the keeper.
所以20节，大卫清早起来，把羊群托给一个看守的人。
I want you to get that.
我要你注意到这个
He's
情节，
going to battle.
他去打仗，
He's going to see some battle.
他要去看人家在打
Now,
仗。
I have 2 boys.
我有2个男孩，
And when they see exciting stuff, they get excited.
当他们看见这很令人兴奋的事情，他们
Not
自己
that
很
they've
兴
ever
奋。
seen a battle,
我不知道你有没有看过人家打
but
仗
they，see people wrestling.
但是他们看到人家在那边摔
They see
跤
football，
他们看到那个美式
Yeah,
足
let's
球，
go. Let's go to the
他
game.
们就说：“哦，好，我要
They
去
get
看。”
excited.
他们越来越兴奋，
This is like a battle.
这个是要去打仗了。
Okay, Dad, yeah, I'll go.
所以呢，这大卫就说：“好，没问题，我要去。”
But David didn't go off recklessly.
但是大卫呢，没有
He
轻
said
易
he
的就
left
去
the。sheep with the keeper.
他说他去的时候，他先把羊托给一个看守的人，
So he arrives at the camp.
所以呢，他就去到
All
前
his
线，
supplies.
把他所有补给品都带到了。
And then it says again, down in verse 22, and David left his supplies in the hand of a supply keeper.
第22节，你看这样看到大卫把身上的
This
东
young
西
man wasn't reckless.
留在看守物件的人手中。你看看大卫其实是一个很小心的人，
And most of you know the story.
大部分你就知道这个故事。
As David's walking around the camp,
当大卫在这个营
he
中走来走
sees
去，
Goliath,
他看见这个歌利亚，
a very big, large, giant guy.
一个很大只、很高
And he
大的
comes
人
out.
巨人。
And he starts tearing down God.
然后呢，他就开始出来，开始叫
And
骂，
he's tearing down God's people.
然后他开始摧
He's
毁神的
making
百姓，
fun of them.
他开始嘲笑他
He's
们，
been doing it for 40 days.
他已经嘲笑他们40
And he
天了。
said, oh, you little tiny people.
他说：“哦，你们
You
小
said there's
人
a
啊，
God in Israel.
你在以色列难道都没有一个人吗？
Well, see if he can beat me.
可以来跟我对抗，来战胜我的。”
And these warriors who were used to battle were afraid.
而这些原本骁勇善战的这些战士，他都很
And
害
they were
怕，
hiding.
他们都躲起来。
And when David heard this,
当大卫听到这个时
something
候，
hit his heart.
他的心中突然好像有一个东
This
西打到一样
guy。is talking about my God.
他说：“这个人，他正在说我的
How
神。”
dare he talk about my
他怎么
God
可以
like
这样
that? David's brothers heard this,
当大卫的哥哥听到了，
and they were like, David, what are you doing
他
here?
们就说：“大卫，你
Who
在这
did
边
you
在干
leave
嘛？
those few little sheep with?
你羊在哪里？怎么没有顾好？
Why are you here?
你干嘛在这里啊
And he pretty much looked at his brother and said, what's up with that?？”
基本上他就
And he
看着他的小弟弟，就说：“
turns,
你到底在搞
and he
什么
listens.？”
但是他完全，
Doesn't anybody want to go out and take this guy down? He's defying our God.
但是大卫完全忽视他的哥，他说：“
Who does he think he
难
is?
道没有人想要出去吗？这个人在侮辱我们的神呢。”
This hits Saul's ears.
当这个扫
And
罗
they
被扫罗
bring
听到，
David to him.
所以他们就把大卫带到扫罗面前，
And David stands before Saul.
然后大卫就站在扫罗面前，
And he says, I'll go.
他就说：“我要去。”
David was a young man,
那时候大卫蛮年轻的
16, 17, 18 years old.
，16、17、18岁。
And he says, I'll go.
他说：“我要去。”
And we hear this part where David goes and he said, Saul goes, you can't go out and fight that guy.
但是我们看到这个圣经告诉我们，扫罗说：“你不能去跟那个人战啊！
From his youth, he's been a warrior. He's been a mighty man.
他从小的时候，他就是一个很厉害的战士了。
How can you go out and fight him?
你要怎么去跟他战？”
Then David said to Saul, let no man's heart fail because of him. Your servant will go and fight him. And then Saul says, how can you go out? And David says to Saul, your servant used to keep his father's sheep. And when a lion and a bear came out and took the lamb out of the flock, I went after him and I struck him.
第34节，大卫就对扫罗说：“你的仆人是为父亲放羊的，有时候狮子或熊来了，从羊群中抓走一只小羊，我就去追赶他，击打他，从他的嘴里把小羊救出来。”
And I went after him and struck him and delivered the lamb from his mouth. And when it rose up again, I caught it by the beard and I struck and killed it.
如果他起来攻击我，就揪住他的胡须，击打他，把他杀死。
For your servant has killed both a lion and a bear, and this uncircumcised Philistine will be like one of them, seeing he has defiled the armies of the God.
你的仆人不但击杀过狮子，也杀过熊。这个未受割礼的非利士人，也必像一只狮子或熊一样，因为他向永活真神的军队叫骂。
Moreover, David said, "The Lord who delivered me from the paw of the lion and the paw of the bear, he will deliver me from the hand of this Philistine." And Saul said, "Go."
大卫又说：“那曾救我脱离狮爪熊掌的耶和华，也必救我脱离这非利士人的手。”于是扫罗就对大卫说：“你
While
去吧。”
David had been out with those sheep,
当大卫在顾这些羊的时候，
those dumb sheep,
这些很笨的羊，
God was encountering him.
神就已经
God was
在遇见
training
他，
him.
神就已经在训练他
God， was speaking to him.
神就已经在对他说
God
话，
was cultivating his heart to be a man after God.
神就已经在训练他成为一个合神心意的人。
David then goes out and he picks up 5 stones.
然后大卫就去选了5颗石头。
Now David wasn't going out in his own strength.
你知道，记得大卫不是靠着他自己的能力出去的，他是要
And
去
he had
知道神的能
confidence in
力，
his God.
他对他的神有自信心，
And he picks up 5 stones.
所以他就去捡了5颗石头。
Now, let me ask you something.
好，我来问你们，
Why do you think David got 5 stones?
你知道为什么大卫要捡5颗石头？
Do you think it was because he was afraid he's going to miss?
你觉得他说啊，丢一颗没有打到，可以还有别颗预备
I
吗
don't？think so.
应该不是这样子。
Oh, good. That is good. Wow, that's good.
哦，很厉害，要说对哦。
What did I tell you? David did not go out recklessly.
你要记得，大卫不是一个随便的人。
Goliath had 4 brothers.
歌利亚他有
He was
4个兄
prepared.
弟，他都准备好了。
He was prepared.
大卫准备好，
With the first stone he struck Goliath, it hit him in the head,
所以他决定要说，他有第一颗可以打歌利亚，
and he died.
所以第一颗石头就打在歌利亚额头上，他就死了。
But as he's coming out, Goliath says to him, let me find it really quick. He said to him, where is it? Sorry. Am I a dog that you would come with me with a stick?
在第3节，你们去看，当大卫出去迎战歌利亚的时候，这个非利士人就对大卫说：“难道我是一条狗吗？你竟然拿着杖要来打我！
Come to me, and I will give your flesh to the birds of the air and the beasts of the fields.
来吧，我要把你的肉给空中的飞鸟和田野的野兽吃。”
And David says, you come to me with a sword and a spear in your hand.
大卫回答他说：“你来攻击我是靠着刀，靠着枪。”
But I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the army of Israel, whom you have defiled.
但是我攻击你是靠着万军之耶和华的名，万军之耶和华就是你所辱骂的以色列军队的神。
And this day the Lord will deliver you into my hands, and I will strike you and take your head from you.
今天耶和华要把你交在我的手中，我必击杀你，砍下你的头。
And this day I will give the carcass of the camp of Philistines to the birds of the air and the wild beasts of the earth, and all the earth will know that there is a God in Israel.
今天我要把非利士人军队的尸体给空中的飞鸟和地上的野兽吃，这样全地的人都知道以色列有一位
And
神。
all this assembly shall know that God does not save with a sword and a spear, but the battle is the Lord's, and he will give it into my hands.
也使这些人群都知道，耶和华拯救人不是靠着刀，也不是靠枪，因为战争的胜败在于耶和华。
God is calling forth people with a heart after him,
神正在寻找一群合神心意的人，
a heart that is obedient.
这个心是想要追寻他，是顺服他的。
God is looking at the heart.
神是看内心的，
He doesn't see like the world sees.
神不是按着世界的标准在看。
Well, she has all this education.
哦，看他的教育那么好，
She's so
哦，
beautiful.
她那么美
He's
丽，
so
哦，
strong.
她好强壮哦。
He goes, no, I'm looking at the heart.
但是神说不是，我是看内心
Now,
的。
they may be beautiful, strong, and educated.
也许他们又美又壮，还是又有很好的教育，
God has used those kind of people too.
神也会使用那些人，
But their heart was right with Him.
只要他们的心
God
是
is
对的。
looking at the heart.
神是在看内心
He
的，
sees and He knows.
神看见他也知
The
道。
life of David, every time David went out to battle,
所以在大卫的一生里面，每次他出去征战的时候，
it says, and David inquired of the Lord.
每次呢他都会说大卫去寻求耶和华的面。
God, should I go out and fight this battle?
神，我是不是去打这一场战，
Or should I not?
还是我不应该打？
Because it's about you, it's not about
因为
me.
老实说，这个场征战是关于你，
You're
不是
the
我。
one that gave me the authority here.
你是把权柄赐给我的那一位。
I want to be a man after your
我
heart.
想要成为合
I
你
want to
心
be
意
a
的人，
man of obedience.
我想要成为顺服你
I
的
want to
人，
follow you.
我想要跟随你。
You're my leader.
你是我的领袖，
You are the one that called me.
你是呼召我
You
的
are
那
the
一
one
位，
that will equip me.
你是那位装备我的那一
I'm going to
位。
fully rely on you.
我要完全的依靠你，
You see my heart.
你看见我内心，
You know my heart.
你知道我的心。
One point, 2 Samuel
在撒母耳记下
5:19.
第5章19节，
I want to just show you an example of this. Now, this is a special verse for me.
对我来说这是一个很特别的经节。
And it says, verse 19, so David inquired of the Lord, shall I go against the Philistines? Will you deliver them into my hands? And the Lord said, go up, for I will doubtlessly deliver the Philistines into your hands.
19节，大卫求问耶和华说：“我可以上去攻打非利士人吗？你会把他们交在我手里吗？”耶和华对大卫说：“你可以上去，我必把非利士人交在你的手里。”
So David went up to Baal-perazim, and David defeated there. And the Lord said, the Lord has broken through your enemies like the breaking through of many rushing waters. Therefore he called the name of the place Baal-perazim.
于是大卫来到巴利毗拉辛那里，击败了非利士人，说：“耶和华在我面前冲破我的敌人，好像洪水破堤岸一样。”因此，他给那个地方起名叫做巴利毗拉辛。
God gave me that verse when I was pregnant with my last son,
当我怀我最后的这个儿子的时候呢，神给我这个经节，
Perazim.
所以叫做
So
Pearson。
that stands very out front in my mind.
在那个时候呢，神就给我
Breakthrough
他说就是要
I'm the
突
God of
破，
breakthrough.
我是突破的神。
Perazim means breakthrough.
Pearson 叫做突破，
David inquired of the Lord.
所以大卫求问神。
But this heart of obedience
你看这个顺服神的
comes
心
with a cost.
是要付上代价的，
Because when we walk in disobedience,
因为当我们走在不顺服
when
里
you've
面，
committed your heart to the Lord and you said yes to Him
当你说委身你的心跟神说 yes，
and you choose to walk in disobedience,
但是你却选择了不顺服，
for much is given, much is required.
给的多，收取的也要多，
Through much is given, much is required.
所以神给你的多，他要取的也要多。
Now the Ark of the Covenant had been taken away from Israel.
在那个时候呢，神的约柜
The Ark
被
of the
带走
Covenant
了。
represented God's presence,
那个时候
His
神的约
blessing, and His favor.
那时候神的约柜呢，代表神的同在、神的祝福，还有神的恩惠。
The army that took it, bad stuff started happening to them, so they sent it back.
那个时候呢，有一个军队把这个神的约柜
And it
掳
was
走
on the
了，
border.
然后那很多糟糕的事情就发生在他们身上，然后他们就赶快把他推回
And
去
it
到
was resting in this man's house.
把他送回到这个以色列的边
And
境。
God was blessing him.
然后有一个人呢，就把这个约柜收留起来，然后神就开始祝福他
And。David heard about this.
大卫听见这件事情，
And he said, I want the Ark of the Covenant back in Jerusalem.
大卫就说：“我想要这个约柜赶紧回到耶路
So
撒
he
冷。”
went after the Ark of the
所以
Covenant.
他就赶快去寻找这个
And
约
he put
柜，
it on a cart.
然后他把这个放在
And the
一个车
sons
上，
of the house drove the cart.
然后呢就叫一些人呢赶快把这个
And
车
they
赶
were
过来，
worshiping the Lord.
然后他们就在那边敬拜神。
And as they were going along,
他们这样子走着走的
the
时候，
cart hits a bump.
这个车呢撞到了一个坑洞。
Now this ark had been sitting in their house for quite a while.
这个你要记得，这个约柜在这个人的家里面一阵
And
子，
they had become familiar with the ark being in their house.
那他们已经很熟悉这个约柜了。
They had become familiar with the thing that represents God's presence, blessing, and His favor.
他们已经很知道说这个约柜就代表着神的祝福、同在跟恩惠。
It was a good thing what David was doing.
所以呢，大卫在做这件事是一个好事。
Obedience is better than sacrifice.
所以顺服是胜过于献祭的。
So as the cart hits a bump,
但是当这个车子撞到这个
the Ark of the Covenant starts to slide.
撞到这个坑洞的时候呢，这个约柜开始滑下来，
And Uzzah reaches out and he touches it.
然后有一个人呢就赶快去扶他，
And he's struck dead.
那时候他就被神打死。
This is called the fear of the Lord.
这叫做敬畏神。
David got angry.
然后那时候大卫就很生
He
气，
got mad.
那时候他很生
What do
气，
you mean, God?
他就说神你
What
是什
I'm
么
doing
意
is
思啊？
right.
我这样做是对的啊。
David, you need to do it my way.
但是大卫，你要做，
My way.
你要按照我的方式做，
Because pride and Saul brought him down.
因为在扫罗里面他的骄傲使他
He did not
摧毁，
want pride in David to bring him
使
down.
他坠落，所以他也不希望大卫有任何的骄傲会使他坠落。
Uzzah had become familiar with the things of God.
所以那时候你看大卫，他其实开始
Oh,
很
this is
熟
what
悉
we
神。
do.
哦，就是这样子啊，
I'll take it for granted.
我就理
This
所
is
当
a
然。
worship service.
哦，敬拜就是这样
I don't
啊，
have to be careful.
我不需要小心
I
啊，
can just go before the
我
Lord.
可以就直接来到神面
I
前
can，become familiar with
我可以跟
God.
神很熟
In
悉
a。sense, not familiar in a sense of intimacy, in a sense of disregard of His holiness.
他这个熟悉感呢，不是说是跟神很亲密，而是很轻忽神。
Making fun of the things of God.
哦，开始取笑神的
Not
事情，
taking them seriously.
而不是很严肃的看
I'm
待。
familiar with it.
哦，我太熟悉了
I。can touch things that are holy.
哦，我很懂教会，
It
我可以
doesn't matter.
摸这些圣洁的东西，
And God's saying, no.
没有关系。但
I'm
是
a
神说，
holy God.
神说
I'm a
不是，
bridegroom.
我是一个
I'm a
圣洁的
king.
神，我是一
I'm
个
a judge.
心腹，我是一个新郎，我是一个君王，我是一个审判者。
Obedience is better than sacrifice.
所以要记得，顺服比献祭还要重要。
So David goes before God.
所以神，大卫就来到神面前，
How do you want to usher in your presence?
大卫就问神说：“我要怎么样可以
How
把你
do
的
you
同在
want to
带来？
usher in your
我
blessing?
要怎么样可以把你的祝福带
How do
来？
you want to usher in your favor?
我要怎么样可以把你的恩惠带来？”
So he got the priest and he did it what God told him to do, to carry it on his shoulders.
所以呢，大卫就照着神告诉他的，他叫这些祭司把这些约柜背着。
And David took off his crown.
大卫把他的冠冕放下来，
He took off his robe.
他把他的长袍放下来。
The only thing he had on was his priestly pants.
老实说，他只有穿的就穿的他内裤。
And it said he ushered in the presence of the Lord, worshiping him, twirling and dancing.
但是呢，他在那边说，圣经告诉他说，他迎接神的同在是在神面前敬拜、跳舞、歌
Before
唱，
all Israel,
在所有众人
he
面前，
humbled himself.
他完全谦卑他自
He
己，
did it God's way
他用神的方式
to bring in the presence of God.
来带神的同在进来。
And he danced before the Lord.
他在神面
And he
前
worshipped him
敬
with
拜，
all of his heart.
他在神面前跳舞
And。in stripping down from all of his kingly garments, he's saying, God, it's about you, not about me.
他把所有的皇室的这些冠冕、
You
长
have
袍
placed me
都
here.
脱下来，他就说：“神，这是关乎于你，不是我，
I
是
will be
你，
obedient to you.
我要顺服你。”
And as he blessed all Israel, he went back to bless his family.
所以，当他祝福了所有以色列之后呢，他回去了祝福他的家人。
And his wife Micah met him at the door.
那时候，他的太太米迦
And she looked at him and she says,
在他的门前迎接他，然
You
后他就说，
looked ridiculous.
然后他太太就说：“你今天看起来真
Dancing
的很
half
糟糕，
naked in front of all those women.
身上根本没有穿什么衣服，然后在
How
这众
could
人
you
面前
act
跳舞，
so ridiculous?
你怎么可以这么样
You're
的
supposed to be
乱来
king,
呢？你应该是王哎！
and you're acting like a fool.
啊，你看起来好像一个笨蛋一样。”
And this is what David said to her.
大卫就这样子对他说
How glorious is the king of Israel. Oh, sorry. It was before the Lord who chose me instead of your father and all his house to appoint me ruler over the people and the Lord over Israel. Therefore I will play music before the Lord. And I will be even more undignified than this and will be humble in my spirit. As for the maidservants of whom you have spoken, by them I will be held in honor.
所以大卫就对米甲说：“耶和华拣选了我，使我高过你父亲和他全家，立我做耶和华子民以色列的领袖。 所以我要在耶和华面前跳舞作乐，我还要比今天更这样更卑贱，我要自视卑微。至于你所说的那些婢女，她们倒要尊重我。
Now Micah, Saul's daughter,
米甲是扫罗的女儿，
she touched something that was holy to the Lord.
她摸了一个对神来说是圣洁的东西。
She was criticizing the heart of worship in David.
她在批判大卫敬拜的心。
From that day on,
从那一天开始，
her ability to give life was taken away from her.
她就没有办法再生
She
育
was
了。
never allowed to have children.
从那一天之后，她都没办法再生小
When
孩。
I read that scripture,
当我这样子看见的时候，
the Lord said, out of her mouth, she spoke death to something that was holy.
神就对我说：“这个米甲从她的嘴巴说出了对一个圣洁的东西说出了死亡，
Her ability to give life was taken away from
所
her.
以她生育的能力也就跟着死去了。
God calls David a man after his heart.
所以神称大卫为合神心意的人。
God is looking for women and men who are after his heart.
神正在寻找男人、女人，是可以被他称为合神
Hearts
心意
of
的人，
obedience.
是顺服的心
Hearts
的
of、surrender.
降服的心的，
Hearts that will say, God, it's your way.
内心可以说神，
I will go your way.
我要做你的方式，我要顺服你的方
And
式。
just like Jamin said,
就好像刚刚 Jamin
are
说
we going
的，
to do it right all the time?
我们每次都会做对吗？
No, we'll mess up.
不一定，反而有
We
时候
will
会搞
mess
砸
up.
我
But
们
my
会搞砸。
heart is desiring to be right.
但是我们的心是
My
想
heart
要
is
做的，
obedient.
我的心是要
And
顺
God
服。
sees that in my heart.
那神在我内心看见这一点，
And He's great in mercy. He's great in grace.
而神是蛮有怜悯、蛮有恩典的。
But my heart needs to be right.
但是我的心的态度要对。
Some of you have disconnected yourself and said, not disconnected, that's not the word I'm looking for, have disqualified yourself.
有些人呢，你们自己把自己的资格给取消掉。
Well, I don't look like that one.
我跟他比起来，我没有办法像他那样，
I'm not strong enough.
我不够强壮，
I don't have the intellect.
我不够聪明，
I don't have titles.
我没有什么样的地位，
I'm not pretty enough.
我不够漂
I'm
亮，
not handsome enough.
我不够帅，
My voice isn't good enough.
我的歌声不够好。
I love God,
我很爱神啊，
but I'm not good enough.
但是我就这样而已，所以我不够。
God says
但是神说，
it's about your heart.
是关乎你内心
It's
的，
not what people say
不是人说什么的，
or people see.
还是人看见
It's
什么，
about your heart.
而是看你的内心。
God says in the last day,
神说，在幕后的
I
日
will
子，
pour out my spirit.
我要浇灌奇妙的灵
On all flesh.
在所有人
Your
的身上。
sons and daughters will
你的
prophesy.
儿女要发预
Your
言，
old men will dream dreams.
这个老年人
Your
要
young men will
做
see
异梦，
visions.
甚至年轻人要
I
看
will
见异
pour
象
out。my spirit on my manservant and on my maidservant.
我要在我的仆女、使女身上浇灌我的灵。
I'm not a man. I can't do that kind of thing.
我不是人，我没办，我不是一个男人，我没办法做那种事情。
He said, I will pour out my spirit
但是神说，我要倾到我的灵在你身上，
on the women
在女
and on
人，
the men.
在男人
I'm
身
not
上。
old enough.
不够
I'm too
成熟
old.，
还是我太老了，
I'm too old.
我太老了。
God's done.
神已经结束了。
God says, I will pour out my spirit on a Jacob generation.
但是神说，我要倾到我的灵在一个雅各世代，
Generations from the youngest
从最年
all the
轻
way to the
一直
oldest.
到最
Do
年长
not。disqualify yourself.
所以各位，你不要自己把你的资格给取消掉了。
Some of you have become so familiar with the things of God.
有些人呢，已经太熟悉、太懂
You
神的事
don't
情
take
了
it, you take it for granted.
你已经有点理所当然。
God says it's time to realign yourself.
但是神说，你要重新对焦
In the fear of
了
God，
你要重新对齐在敬畏神的心里
Say,
面。
God, I've become familiar with you.
你要跟神说，神，我已经
In
太
a way
熟
that
悉了，
I don't call you holy.
有一点是太随便了，我已经
The
不
things
称
that
为
you
你。
call holy, I kind of go, oh well, and laugh at.
你说圣洁的东西，你很看重的东西，
Make a joke
我就
about
好，我随便开，甚至开他的玩笑。
God says, no.
但是神说不可以，
You need to realign yourself
你要
with
重
my
新
heart.
对我把你的心跟我的心对齐。
And the fear of God is strong confidence. And the fear of God is wisdom.
在敬畏神里面是自信，是智慧，
You need to realign your heart
所以你要重新的把你的心对齐。
Some of you are going through situations right now,
有些人正在经历一些状况，
and you're not sure what to do.
你老实说，你不知道该怎么办。
And you're busy doing so much,
然后你已经很忙碌在做其他的事
and
情
you're
了，
not feeling satisfied.
那你还
You're
是
not feeling the joy of the Lord.
你一直没有感觉到满足，
You're
你一直
not
感受
feeling
不到
His
神的
peace.
喜乐，你没有感受到神的平
And you're
安。
like, God, I don't understand. Why the distance?
然后你就一直做，可是你不了解，你跟他说神为什么我觉得好像很远。
God wants you to only do the things that He tells you to do.
要记得，神只要你去做他要你做的
You
事，
need to realign yourself to His plans.
所以你要重新的把你自己跟神的
He's
计划来对
looking
齐。
for men and women after His heart.
神正在寻找一群追寻他心意
He
的
says,
男
I'm
人女人。
raising up men and women after my heart.
神就说：“我在兴起一
I'm
群世
coming
代，
back for a strong church.
我要兴起一个世代是愿意跟随我的，是一个坚强
She
的
will
教
be
会，
dressed in white.
是一个坚强的心腹，她会全身带着穿白袍，被称为圣
She
洁
will
的，
be after my
她
heart.
会是合我心意
God,
的。
what do you see?
所以神，你看
What are
见什
you
么？
thinking?
神，你在想
What
什
are you
么？你
feeling?
的感受是
What
什
is
么？
it you want me
你
to do?
到底想要我做什么？
I don't want to be like everybody else.
我不想要跟其他人一样，
I want to be like you.
我想要跟你一样，
I want to be like you.
我想要跟你一样。
When I was about 6 or 7 years old,
当我6、7岁的时候，
I remember this pastor's wife.
我还记得有一个牧师娘，
And her and I shared the same birthday. And she would come and she would pick me up and we would go out to eat on
那
my
时候
birthday.
我跟牧师娘，这个牧师娘呢是生日是同一天，所以每次我生日的时候，她都会载我出去庆
And
祝。
she would teach me the scriptures.
然后那时候她就教我一些圣经，
She started teaching me how to play piano.
她开始教我怎么样弹钢琴。
I love this woman.
哦，我好爱这个女人，
She was so special to me.
她对我来说很特别。
And my dad was in Bible school at this time.
那个时候呢，我爸爸正在读圣经学校，
And I have an older brother, but I have a younger sister and a younger brother.
我有一个哥哥，然后我有3个弟弟妹妹，
And I'm the oldest of those other two.
所以呢，我们有3个，所以我是最年长的那
We're
个。
really close in age.
那我们都很接近
And
年
being the
纪，
oldest daughter,
所以我是长女，
I was always taking care of the little
我都
ones.
是一直在照顾我的年轻的这些弟弟妹妹。
And this lady signaled me out.
然后这个
And I felt special.
牧师娘，她就把我带出来，她
And
让
we
我觉
did
得
this
我很特
for
别
a。couple years.
然后她就这样好几年这样子来带我，
And I felt just special.
我就觉得我好特别。
And one day, before we were going to go out, these kids came up to me and I was saying, I'm going out with Sister Ruth Deer.
然后呢，有一天我要出去的时候呢，我就在想说，
We're going out for my birthday.
我要跟这个 Ruth
I'm so excited.
这个牧师要出去，哇，好兴奋哦！我要去庆祝我的生日。
And they looked at me and they were going, you're going out with that fat bald lady?
然后呢，有这些其他的朋友就来说，啊，你要跟这个胖胖的老阿嬷出去哦。
And I said, no, Miss Deer, Sister Deer, Ruth Deer.
然后我就说不是，是 Ruth Deer， 是这个 Deer 这个人。
Yeah, that fat bald lady.
对啊，就是那个头发很少，然后很胖的那个老女人。
And I looked at them, I'm like, I don't think we're talking about the right people.
然后我就跟他说，我觉得你说的那个人跟我说的好像不是同一个人哦。
Yeah, Pastor Costa Deer's wife.
对，是 Pastor Deer 的太太，牧师娘。
And I kept on thinking, I don't think we're talking about the right
但是我
people.
都一直觉得，我们2个讲的好像不是同
And
一
as
个
I
人。
went out with her,
当我出去的时候，
I looked at her.
我就看着这个牧师娘，
She had some thyroid issues, and she was a very large lady.
她有一些身体的状况，她真的很胖。
And because of the medicine, her hair was thinning.
然后因为她服药的缘故呢，她的头发很稀疏。
But up until that point, I never saw that.
但是我已经跟她到这种地步
I
了，
only
我从来没有看到这些。
This woman who had taken time
我看到的就是这个女人，她
to
这个
make me
妇
feel
人，
special.
她花时间让我觉得我很特别。
And as I looked at her, I thought about that.
让我看见这个牧师娘的时候，我就这样子想着，
I was looking at her heart.
我看见她的心。
I wasn't looking on the
我
outside.
事实上不是在看她的外表，
And because so many people looked on the outside, they rejected her.
因为其他人看见她的外表就拒绝她。
And I remember the Lord speaking to me.
我记得那个时候，神对我
He
说
goes, Joy, I want you to look at people's heart,
他说 Joy， 我要你看人家的内心，
not on the
不
outward.
要看外面，
Not on the outward.
不要看外在，
Because her beauty came out from a heart that was pure before the
因为
Lord.
那个牧师娘她的美丽是从她的心中散发
I
出
want
来
you to
的。
stand up.
所以邀请你们从位置上站起来。
I